Weird hand. Obviously, if this is a red source, this hand is great, having Cycle Land plus Wrenn and Six. I think I'm going to try this. It's like a little greedy. Where does the trophy race sit? The trophies just reset today. I'm not planning on trophy racing this season. Maybe next season. But if I'm like really invested in Pioneer and trying to qualify for the Pro Tour again, then maybe not. Burn. This hand is awful against Burn. Wrenn and Six Boseiju can keep them off white mana eventually. Oh, the physical trophy? Well, right now it's in a box because I'm packed. I'm not sure where I'm putting it in the new house. Let me just get the Wrenn down. Am I currently higher on the Zoomer Riveteer with Saga or Classic Boomer Riveteer build? We all remember best choice. I mean, I think that I really like this build with the Charm, but like if I told you I had like a super duper strong opinion on this already, it would just be silly because I haven't had more than like I've had like 1.5 leagues so far of testing. I know that kind of makes me the worst content creator in the world to always give it opinions like this. Oh, I don't know yet, but I'd really prefer to be honest than just try to be hype. Oh, that was a meme. I got you. Well, then good meme. It's a good draw. So we get their Searing Blaze out of their hand. I think I'm gonna Boseiju their Sunbaked Canyon. And then I might just want to play the Forgotten Cave as a land. So I can go Boseiju Kroxa next turn. Probably gonna lose, obviously. We're at 3 life against the burn deck. Okay, so I'm gonna Kroxa first. Red. Sorry, I don't know why I'm struggling so much. Gonna Kroxa first. So if they have Searing Blaze there, I'm not dead by giving them a land with Boseiju. Then I'm probably just gonna play the Goyf. They drew Arid Mesa, took 3, down to 13. Could plus, could maybe draw land, ultimate double lightning bolt, planeswalker in the graveyard, 6+6 is 1 short. Bummer. Brick again though, on bummer. I do draw the land. Ultimate Wrenn and Six. Bolts. I put my opponent to 1. I'll do this so that I'm not dead to a haste creature. I have ultimate now. And I need my opponent to draw. A Searing I do beat Searing Blaze now, because they have to crack the fetch and they'd lose. And now I beat Rift Bolt. Awesome. What a fancy finish, huh? What a fancy finish. I thought there was no way we'd win game 1. Deck for Nation. I can't believe we won that. It's kind of ridiculous. No dedicated sideboard cards for burn. Turok's good, but it's kind of hard to meet the casting requirements. I think I'll just cut the Thoughtseizes, bring in the Endurances and the Turok. I guess, Triumph helps. Fire's taking turns, very cool. I've messed around with this some in the past. I'm kind of surprised to see Footsteps of the Goryo with Carry the Swirling Sky. Mill 6 cards, then return 2 cards from your graveyard to your hand. Or return any number of permanents mana value 6 or less. I don't know why this is here. I see that you're trying to win with Thassa's Oracle. I don't know that that seems... Oh, Cling to Dust is best card. Sounds great. Yeah, I don't know that winning with Thassa's Oracle is that necessary. It's like when you're taking millions of turns, you can win with anything, and like having to put Footsteps and carry the Swirling Sky and Oracle just doesn't seem the way to go. Like honestly, like Jace the Mind Sculptor is just like enough of a win condition by itself, and it's gonna really like make you better at like powering through and starting your turns loop than I think playing carry the Swirling Sky Footsteps of the Goryo is. Okay, they didn't play a creature on turn 1. I think I'm gonna try to prioritize getting my Triumph here. My hand really needs it for the mana. Yeah, I would move away from this plan if you want to be on the taking turns plan. I would be pretty interested in like maybe like 4 Teferi, 3 or 4 Jace the Mind Sculptor. It's very good. I guess I'll have my Endurance in hand, which is nice against this card. I have to draw another green source though. There we go. It's kind of a disguised green source too. Yeah, then you also just get to be like straight 3 colors, which makes your mana so much better. It's not have to be 4 colors. Yeah, so cut the carries, the Mendings, the Footsteps, more Jace, 4 Teferi, 3 or 4 Jace. Maybe 3 Narset. Narset is, I think, pretty good for you. Oh, we also have Riveteers Charm to theoretically deal with Sanctifier and Vec. Snapcaster Mage is also like somewhat viable as a win condition in these decks because you get to take so many turns. Snapcaster also flashes back your Time Walk effect. I may just be on that card. I like the Thing in the Ice is in the sideboard. I think they make a lot of sense. Sideboard looks pretty good overall. I don't have too many notes, to be honest, on the sideboard. And Pioneer, which aggro deck would seem more consistent? Red aggro or black aggro? I think the red aggro deck is better. Okay, so I think I'm blocking Eidolon, right? It's kind of close. But I can use the Charm to kill the Sanctifier in Vec. And then I take a little less damage. Oh, they have Path. Okay. Well, now my Tarmogoyf is at 2-3, though. So this is fine, actually. Although if they have if they have a burn spell, they can just kill my Goyf, I guess. Deck tech for Knight as well. If you possibly can check, take a look. Turn the notifications back on after the polite fight. Yeah, we'll block Eidolon so we don't take 2 damage from the Riveteers Charm. Oh wait, what? Why is Path exiled? The Endurance! The Endurance triggered! No! Oh no. Disaster. Disaster. Yeah, I just shouldn't have used it. Yeah, we're not dead, but I'm worried about Boros Charm. Dang it. I even upkeep thinking about their last card being Boros Charm. They would play it on end of turn. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Kira Footsteps is an infinite combo, could win the game to spot. Okay, if that's the case, I'm totally didn't realize that, Nation. Sorry. Yeah, I don't understand the combo. Oh, okay, so you mill, you return Footsteps. Oh, I see, in the time war. Okay. In that case, I actually really like your deck. The more, like, understanding how the combo works. I like it a lot, actually. I don't actually have too many notes. I think that's pretty sick. You probably don't need to play 4 of the Karis. You could probably play 3, but 4 might be fine also. Okay, so I go up to 4 live. Pass back. Yeah, I didn't understand the infinite combo. Knight, thank you for the... If I didn't see you post your deck tech in the chat. I mean, if it's just 2 gifted subs, I'll take it. Okay, dead. Going to game 3. Could have won this game, obviously. Being a new Sword and Saga decks. I don't think that those decks are going to be very good, but I'm going to try them. Could bring in Culling Ritual. I think, well, Kroxa is not bad. Let's keep this. Why not Chalice? We have a lot of 1-drops too. You could bring in the Chalice. I've never been really sure if this is a matchup where you're supposed to have them or not. Actually, this turn I think we're supposed to hold up Removal Spell / cycle Barren Moor. Then next turn we can go Inquisition, take a 2-drop without getting hit by their 1-mana haste creature. Is Devoted Druid going to be good again since Dumblecase is 2 by Stoneforge Mystic? I don't think it's going to be, no. I don't think that that's like really the issue with the deck. That being said, I'd love to be wrong. I think Devoted Druid was like a relatively healthy deck to like be a big part of the metagame, and I certainly wouldn't be upset to see it return to some prominence. I'm taking the Searing Blaze. Our Chalice is only for Cascade decks. Yeah, that's the main reason they're there. Is there any chance of Grixis Control becoming good again? Good again. Good again. I guess it was kind of good with Corey Burkhart, huh? Yeah, I guess like what cards from the new set are going to be good for Grixis Control? Because I don't really feel like Grixis Control got very much besides the new Triome. You know what I mean? I think I'll hold up the Charm here. Even Heartstabber? Yeah, I like that card. That is a good card. Maybe. I'll keep the door open for Grixis. Oh, this is our worst draw 3 so far. That being said, Kroxa is very good here. I'll just play Kroxa, play Overgrown Tomb, tapped, pass. How's Stormfelt? I really liked it. It's too early for me to tell if it's actually a 4-of. I would be pretty surprised that if John just played 0 of the card. But this has been the worst one we've cast so far. But it's been, I think, very good so far overall. We 3-2'd the last league. Boros Charm has me down to 12. Kroxa is going to pressure their hand and kill them really fast. That was Bank Control. I mean, I've played a lot of that same deck in the format, and I've historically done pretty well with it. Oh, they killed the Kroxa. Interesting. It was a bloodbath yesterday, though. It was an absolute bloodbath. Come on, Helix. Nope. So I'm gonna cycle the Barren Moor, and then just like to get access to an extra card to make it to where my Kroxa is coming back a bit faster. So we're still, I guess, still 2 cards away from escaping. Lightning Bolt's not too bad. 5-3. If I now I'm one more top deck Lightning Bolt away from killing my opponent. Opponent does not do anything end of turn. I probably should have tapped Overgrown Tomb instead of the second Cliffs. Not that big a deal. Bolts me down to 6. Paths. I discard these. Fatal Push. Dash the Ragavan. Put us down to 6, and then I am 1 short of lethal next turn. But if I hit any burn spell or have the ability to escape Kroxa, I'm gonna be good. Yeah, no need to kill this. Like, there's not a really big difference between being at 5 and 6. And then this also stops them from tapping Sunbaked Canyon for mana. Don't know how relevant that is. Somewhat relevant. I also have the ability to... Oh, I can kill them, right? I can kill them. I can go Lightning Bolt, Swift Spear, +1, get Tarmogoyf in the graveyard, Kroxa. And I guess if they draw a spell, it's not lethal. Oh, I mean, okay, just easy mode. Easy mode. If I missed a deck tech, let me know. I had so many. I saw Knight Eris gifted 2 subs. I didn't see the link in the chat. This seems fine. If you're going to play Sprout Swarm, though, you have to have 4 Young Pyromancer. If you're going to play 4 Rob the Archives, you have to have 4 Young Pyromancers, I think. And Young Pyromancer isn't that good, and that's the hurdle to overcome. Good luck. Okay. Amulet. Obviously pretty scary. We do have the Maguses in the sideboard. If I draw a land, I'll probably Tarmogoyf. Okay, I did draw a land. So let's Tarmogoyf. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, their whole deck was like, I want to play Sprout Swarm in Modern. Like, I get it. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. And there's no, you know, I can give the feedback that it's not going to be that competitive. But I also do encourage you to play your pet cards. How many times have been asked about the new Ob decks? Pretty, I mean, obviously people are excited for the new cards. People come here for the new cards. Been asked a lot. We will be playing some with Ob tomorrow, hopefully. Really hoping to be able to get my hand on some for tomorrow. I do like the card. I don't like how everybody just wants to pair it with giant creatures. I don't think that's the way to go in Modern. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna be pairing with some like good creatures to sacrifice instead, for the most part. And we'll see how that goes. If they have Bounce Land Titan, they can Titan next turn. Not much we can do about it though. We play Esper Control of Voidrend, especially in Pioneer. Probably more likely to do that in Pioneer than Modern, to be honest. I'm not really high on Voidrend in Modern. I think the card is somewhat playable, maybe okay in some metagames, but overall, kind of mediocre. But not casting Grazer means they have it? Yeah, I know. There's not really anything we can do, though. Guess you could have tried to Cling to Dust for a Thoughtseize. I used to have that option, lol bro, back in the day. But it was getting abused a bit too much. But I used to have that option of just donate and I'll tell you your deck's good. But I think that's the kind of meme that just has to die eventually. Charm actually seems pretty good in this matchup too. I'm just gonna cut the Wrenn and Sixes. Oh, the Wrenn Boseiju is good. We only have 1 Boseiju. Cut the Wrens. Yeah, I think I actually agree. Play the first Wrenn over the first Cling. Color Cling for a Void Mirror. I don't think you want Void Mirror and Chalice. Chalice is way better than Void Mirror because it's 0 mana stop packed instead of 2 mana stop packed. And I don't think you also want the other one. Yeah, I mean, Cling still cycles, but... Cycle then is a late game card advantage engine, but that's not very good in this matchup. Thoughts to Ritual over Fatal Push? Push is a lot better in this matchup. Like, killing Titan early is much more important. Yeah, we used to have exactly that, Jacob. I don't think it was 100k. I think it was less, but I did have a channel point redemption option Tell you the deck was good. I guess that was my problem. I made it cheaper than the serious deck tech. Pretty good hand. Does kind of need to draw a land, but... White Turok? Turok's good in this matchup. Pressuring your opponent's hand is really, really relevant. Pretty easy Grazer, I think. Or Amulet, sorry. How's Charm? I've been liking Charm a lot. I've been liking it a lot. I think it's very good. Fits really well into the archetype. John to mid-range is still, like, the same archetype it's always been, though. Like, it doesn't feel like it's necessarily a big game changer. But I think it's good here, and maybe lets you play this deck a bit more competitively, right? Either taking Dryad or Endurance this turn. I don't think I need to worry too much about the Endurance. The Triumph has also been really good, too. I really like the Triumph so far. It's a pretty good draw for them. They do need to draw an... I guess they can Grazer so they can activate Saga next turn. Okay, I think in spots like this, you're supposed to Charm end of turn. A bit awkward that if I find a land, I might not get any extra value here, but that's going to be okay. I'm going to get basic Swamp. I did bring in Magus of the Moons, but Magus of the Moon is close to 3 mana to win the game here in theory. I don't know if their main phase making a token. Maybe they have a bounce land. Yeah, they have a bounce land. But are they picking up Saga? They're picking up T-West. So get the forest, or sorry, the swamp. Red, black, green, exile top 3. We found Magus. Also found Boseiju. Yeah, we have. I mean, it's very good here. We have the Seasoned Pyromancer in our hand to get some more pressure. We have our Swamp in play. We have Tenacious Underdog, Street Down Heavy, License Hearse, and Pioneer Black Green Midrange deck. I think all probably somewhat good. I think Hearse is going to be very, very good in Pioneer. I also really like Tenacious Underdog. I'm trying to cast that card. Oh, I guess I should just cast this Turok, actually. But I am actually trying to cast Underdog and Modern, see how that card is. Yeah, I think with my opponent commenting on the Magus tech, I think that means they're unlikely to have an answer to it. Well, they can just draw 2 basic forests still. And this is exactly why we have the Magus, because this matchup is so tough without it. I wonder if I was supposed to get a forest instead of a swamp. Riveting gameplay. Three more turns. SNC, Streets of New Capenna. The new set. Alright, opponent just packs it in. They'll probably bring in some answers for Magus this game. But I do think I have a good enough sideboard plan. I'm gonna click submit. Yeah, League Tracker's down. League Tracker breaks, I think, every single set release. Or at least it has for, like, the last 7 or 8. Veil Summer to counter Dismember. I honestly don't hate it. I honestly think that would be fine, yeah. Is Rin plus Boseiju, and I'll start off playing for the matchup. I mean, I only have one Boseiju.
Your friend, Aspiring Spike.
You know what I mean? Okay, no Grazer, no Amulet, turn on Ragavan, hopefully good. Yeah, I only have one Boseiju. So like I like obviously if you draw both together, it's gonna be pretty good, but you have to draw both together. Toph, thank you so much for the 100 bits. So I think that I'm gonna wait a turn on the Magus. So next turn I can go Inquisition, try to take Dismember, and then Magus them, and then Liliana's gonna be kind of good against them playing Dryad. Just go Liliana, discard the Barren Moor. Exiled a forest from them. It's funny, yeah. They do have a forest in their hand, though. Is Charm something you really went for? I'm just playing more to see how they feel. I'm just playing more to see how they feel. They do feel really good, though, I think. I've liked them a lot so far today. But, yeah. I, like, usually when, like, in a mid-range deck like this, if there's a card like Charm, I think it's just generally a good spell. I just like to just jam for a little bit and see how it feels. I know that usually on the stream, I do things differently, where I'll test off-stream, and I'll spend time figuring out the best builds. But when there's new cards coming out, you know you don't really have the time to do that, and it's also just kind of fun to like cast the card for the first time on stream, you know. All right, I bet we see a Dismember. Okay, no Dismember, but they do have Boseiju and a basic forest, but not a second basic forest. Boseiju would beat us if we had Blood Moon. We've got Magus of the Moon. Plays their forest. If they do draw a second basic forest, things maybe get dicey. Are they playing Dismember? Yeah, yeah, they're playing Dismember because people shifted off Blood Moon for Magus. It is pretty common. I think I'd rather just keep both cards in hand for a turn rather than discard one of them to Liliana and get an extra elemental. Boseiju cannot target your own lands. I'm like 99% sure. Although I would have had an extra elemental. Okay, they did draw us like a basic forest. They are 2 lands still away from casting the Titan though. Their hand is currently Titan, Boseiju, mystery card. So play this on 1. This card's Boseiju. Should be good here. I guess if they draw a Dismember? No, but then they go to 1. Yeah. Okay, 2-0. Good start to this league. And like it's just notable because of that. You know, it's on my list because it's the first one ever that can do that. Favorite card from New Set? It's the Charm that we're playing here today. Fluffy was streaming last night. Ran to Living England 3 or 4 times in 2 leagues, and Amulet 3 times 1 league. That was probably good for Fluffy, right? Those are probably good prison matchups. But yeah, there's been a lot of Living In lately. Is Charm worth it to lose Urza Saga? I think so, but obviously it would be silly for me to say definitely one way or the other right now. Okay, we're playing against Oops All Spells, it looks like. Makes me wish I had more than just the one Boseiju. But this is also the first time I've seen, I think, Oops All Spells since they printed Boseiju. Maybe I've seen it like one more time. It's been really rare. Oh, it's not Oops, it is... Sorry, it is Oops, it's not Belcher. I think I was saying Oops, but I meant Belcher. Okay, the Jund Charm, very, very good, being able to exile my opponent's graveyard. I think I was just supposed to take a land here, because my opponent has 2 payoffs, they have no black mana. Probably just draw Pinted Prism. Do you notice the missing creature lands? Not really. Like, this deck plays the cycle lands as its utility lands with your Wrenn and Six. And I think that those are better with the Wrenn and Sixes in this build, and I don't really miss them though. Did they really draw Pinted Prism? Disgusting. we just lose. It's just over. I'll hold up mana. I don't know what they can like think we have though. Show us the combo. I won't make them click through the whole thing, but I'll go over it because that's my job. So they mill over their entire deck. They had 4 Creeping Chills, 4 Vengevines, and they've already cast 1 creature for their Vengevines, the Balustrade Spy. They cast their 2nd creature for the Vengevines by getting back Sword of the Meek off Narcomoeba, returning Salvage Titan to their hand by sacking 2 Sword of the Meeks and a Printed Prism, or 3 Sword of the Meeks, and then they cast it for 0 mana. Oh, sorry, they return it to their hand by exiling those cards from the yard, then cast it for 0 mana. Then they hit you for a bunch, and if that doesn't work, they have Thassa's Oracle plus Memory's Journey to kill you. Magus isn't that good. They have a lot of mana rocks. I might just want the Endurances. Charm is going to be nice, hopefully. Although, if they have Leyline, there's not too much I can do about it, I guess. Yeah, definitely a matchup where I want more Boseijus. We can maybe play more Boseijus in the sideboard. I've done that in the past. I think I'll go ahead and also play the Turoks. Yeah, that game, Gen Charm would not be fast enough. That's true. I guess I have to go to 5. Does Mirror stop anything? It stops Salvage Titan from being cast, but you still get hit by all the Vengevines. So it doesn't really do very much. Game over. 7-card Leyline hand. Seems like not a great matchup. I think I would agree, yeah. Probably the first time we've run into an unfavorable matchup as John, but yeah. Our Goyf will be pretty big for a brief moment before we die. First impulse would be to play Charm with DRC and Baubles, maximize times Charms at 3 for 1. Why did you get the bigger version? I mean, that version is also, like, totally fine. We saw a pretty good Jund Shadow deck tech earlier. It's just, you know, we just got time to play all the different versions, you know. Our curve is still, like, pretty low, you know, relatively low. And I think either way, if you play DRC Bauble, you are more easily able to cast it on turn 3. But a lot of times you want to wait till, like, turn 4 to cast the Charmer, which is fine. Well, we're not playing Ob in this deck largely because they're not available on Magic Online yet. But also, like, I think that I have some builds with Ob that are a bit more built around it. We'll see what kind of restrictions you really have with that card. I don't know that I would just want to play it in like a regular Jund midrange deck. I could be wrong. Okay, well, hopefully my opponent has all air and they're just dead to my goofy green guys, huh? Does cost reduction on channel lands ever come up, or is it mostly just for limited? It comes up. And you play Ragavan in the deck, right? Ugh. Yeah, the Triumph has... I really like the Triumph. The Triumph has been really relevant. Yeah, without Lurrus, DRC Bauble is, like, you know, less good for sure. And then, like, another reason to play Bauble is that, like, it gives you, more targets for your Urza Saga, so it's always, like, a 3-for-1 in the late game. And you don't necessarily want to play Jund Saga with DRC and the Charm, because I don't know that you want to play the colorless land with the Charm. I think I only have one Boseiju as an out. If I draw Seasoned Pyromancer, yeah, I can't make the Goyf a 6-power creature this turn, I think. Okay. So now Boseiju probably wins me the game if I draw it. One outer. We missed, but but maybe my opponent has something. Not good enough. Okay, my opponent activates the Belcher in response to the force trigger. I lose 2-1. I think that's probably going to be good changes for next league. Keep this hand. Yeah, I've played extra Boseijus in like the Urza Saga deck for a long time in the sideboard. I can't remember I can't remember why I chose to not play them today, but at least like seeing like the uptick in Affinity, the uptick in Hammer, the uptick in Living, and apparently Upsal spells. Seems like a good change. Urza's Mind Go is probably Eldrazi Tron. I think I just want to get my Wrenn and Six in play. Could play a little slower here. Other matchups for the Boseijus. Maybe I should have been played a little bit more scared of Chalice. I'm not sure. Okay, still no fetch land, but I guess we do get to go Inquisition Kroxa. Brick on the Inquisition. Oh no, they get to take my Charm next turn. Not very good. Don't you miss playing Dothi in the format? You can't play Dothi and Jund, and you can't play Charm and Jund. Or maybe you can play it. I don't think you should. You can't play every good card in every deck. PTO, Matron, if you want to post a link in chat, I'll take a look at your deck tech. Trying to update Blacklist mid-range, new cards, score top 8 coming up. And Pioneer, cool. Okay, big draw step. Okay, so we can go Kroxa, Trigger Revolt, Fatal Push, Kill the Thought-Knot Seer. I know. We have one Forest in our Kroxa deck. I think it's fine. Probably okay to get the Triome. Don't know if we're gonna have time to cycle. I like Hearse a lot. I think I'd really like to be like on at least 2 Hearse main. I like Tenacious Underdog a lot. I feel like I do also like Ob with the Underdog specifically. You can also actually set up for like huge Obs with Hearse Ob, maybe not. I would probably cut the Angrath's Rampage or the 3rd Bonecrusher Giant for the. I guess you probably want the Bonecrusher so you can crew a bit more easily, but yeah, probably Rampage for 2nd Hearse. I like this list a lot. I think the sideboard looks good for the most part. I don't like Feed the Swarm very much though. I guess I would play either 4th Go Blank or 3rd Damping Sphere. But not a bad list overall. I think I'm supposed to ping this. I'm saying this Thought-Knot Seer Reality Smasher right now. Yeah, maybe I should have left the Triumph in the deck. Thanks to the 10 months. Thank you, buddy. Welcome back. Raven Feeblement is pretty good too. It's probably not as good as Rending Volley though, because Rending Volley kills Sting in the Ice. But I guess you're a Fatal Push deck, so that's less relevant. Yeah, Raven Enfeeblement's fine. Why Cyber Boseiju wouldn't force to be beggared almost every situation? No, it wouldn't. Force of Vigor is better against Affinity and Hammer Time, but Boseiju is way better against Tron, Titan, and Upsal spells Belcher. And obviously, like, one of these 2 cards you can recur with Wrenn and Six, and the other one you can't. So yeah, I think that maybe some wires crossed, you know. So see if they pop the Crypt or not, or if they just take 7. Yeah, if they pop the Crypt, then they only shrinks the Goyf by 1. If I dismember my own Tarmogoyf spending 3 mana, and my opponent sacks their Tormod's Crypt, targeting me, there's still land, artifact, creature, planeswalker, instants. Land, artifact, planeswalker, creature, instants. So my Tarmogoyf survives. And this will make the Goyf 1 bigger if they Tormod's Crypt me. So I think I should do this. It's very weird. They can target themselves. Oh, duh. but if they do that, then I get the Kroxas. I think that's actually fine, right? No. If they target themselves, I get the Kroxa next turn. Right? I think that's fine. Kroxa's really, really good. Yeah, they target me. How does this help me at all? It helps. The Goyf is bigger if they Tormod's Crypt me, and if they Tormod's Crypt themselves, then I get the Kroxas. And I'm not doing anything else with my mana. I know it's really weird, but I think it's good to cast it. Like I'm not doing anything else with my mana, you know. And now my Goyf is bigger than it would be otherwise. They probably should have targeted themselves, I agree. They Chalice to stop the Ragavan in my hand. They're going to still not see a Reality Smasher still. If you pour Fail Life to target themselves to get Kroxa. Pay 4 life to target themselves to get to Kroxa that turn. Oh yeah, maybe that was better. Cast this to grow the Goyf though. And then I'm probably pinging them. Do you feel any decks will rise among the new set? I'm not of the opinion that this new set is going to be... oh, sorry, they have the needle on the rim, that's right. I'm not of the opinion that the new set is going to be incredibly impactful in Modern. I think it's going to be... you know, some decks get some small upgrades. There's some cool cards to play with. I don't think it's going to be a wild shakeup in the metagame. So spell goes to graveyard before checks the 5/5. Yes, yeah. Or well, yeah. The state-based effects are checked after resolution of this spell, and part of the resolution is this going into the graveyard. So if my opponent has all his dust in their hand as their one top deck, they can go get Expedition Map, sack Expedition Map, cast all his dust. And that would be a bad reason to cast the Goyf. Oh no, it'll be fine, because I can get back the Seasoned Pyromancer tokens and win. So I'll just cast it. My opponent doesn't even think about making a Construct token. They just tap the map. Tap the Saga. When did I get a gift sub? There was a very polite fight earlier. We had like I think we probably had like 150 gifted subs today or something. Too many. I have to buy a second house now. Damn it. I can't draw lightning bolts. My Wrenn and Six is needled. I have to draw Boseiju, my one of Boseiju. Well, this digs me for it. Oh, okay, hold on. Am I supposed to kill Karn? I can also draw Kroxa. I have no Kroxas left in the deck, though. I already used 2. I think I'm just supposed to kill Karn. Well, hold on. Let's think about this. It's like... Oh wait, hold on. Can I channel off of Riveteers Charm? Jacob, thank you for the gifted sub. Appreciate you. Oh yeah, I have to discard it. Yeah, there's a Chalice in one. Bolt isn't an out. Yeah, I can't channel if I hit it off Riveteers Charm. So we make them sacrifice. We go for lethal. We can't get lethal, so I have to just do this. If only I could make them draw cards and kill them. XL3. There's nothing I can hit, so I have to do this. There's a Pithing Needle on Wrenn and Six. This naming Wrenn and Six. Yeah, wishing we had Kolaghan's command over Charm, huh? When you win if they draw All's Dust? No. All's Dust is only sack colorless permanents. Warping Whale, exile my elemental token, so now they can afford to draw a card if they want to. Might be a cute way to exile Goy. Yeah, okay, yeah, if I draw 2 Riveteers Charms, I could exile both graveyards and then attack with a Goyf and then crack a fetch land. That'd be kind of funny. Dude, they left a card in their hand. Too bad I can't Seasoned Pyromancer. Okay, but now if they leave a card in their hand, I can't. Oh, the Chalice counters the push. Never mind. What's our out? We have a Boseiju. Just one Boseiju. Spike! Lightning bolt them! Yeah, 2 Riveteers Charm. Yeah, if I draw both Charms, I can exile both graveyards, then attack for 1 with Goyf. Oh, also if they draw 2 Dismembers. If they all, I guess not anymore, but now they have a blocker. But if they draw enough Dismembers, then... Yeah. They can't cast it. Okay, it's still a Chalice. There's a Chalice in one, so I can't push the Pyro, get the one once. What are they doing? Oh, equipping Collar. Oh, Liliana is also technically an out, right? Think the deck not good? I guess we should be thinning. I've got one more fetchable, right? Yes, Chalice does counter and escape Cling. I could theoretically use Cling to exile my own graveyard, but that only does anything if I can also... hold on. Yeah, we should do that, because if we could draw a Riveteers Charm and exile their graveyard, then we may actually get to kill them with the Goyfs. You need to kill the Seer. It doesn't exile unless he resolves. Oh, yeah, that's right. It itself will be in the yard still. That's right. I can't exile the Cling itself. I can exile the cards from the yard though. We also still have the Boseiju in the deck, right? It's in there somewhere. 2 more looks. Okay, so I can Riveteers Charm to exile their graveyard. I can Cling to Dust. I can Cling to... I can't exile the Cling to Dust from my yard, right? Yeah, I don't think that there's a way. No, both of our Kroxas are already exiled. So now, but now this gives me a second out. This allows me to draw the second Riveteers Charm to exile both graveyards, attack with the Goyfs, crack my fetch, and kill. Does Charm stay in the graveyard? Yeah, it doesn't exile itself. Oh, I see what you're saying. Exile target player's graveyard. Okay, so I guess what I have to do, I can go, can I go target myself? Or sorry, target my opponent. Oh my god. Sorry, I don't know if there's a... Yeah, can I exile this charm with my... I don't think I can exile the charm with the cling. Yeah, I can't exile the charm itself. Yeah, I guess I just need to go for Lily ult or just draw the Boseiju. And I don't want to draw 3 with the charm, because if I hit Boseiju, I lose. I was trying to exile the graveyard so I could attack with the Goyf, then crack a fetch and deal my opponent 1. It's not aligned anymore. Okay, my opponent leaving card in hands. Well, I guess I'll just plus. Use the. I think it's the same. It's the same as like. Yeah, they do dismember. Oh, sorry, no! I just threw the game away. I could have minus attack for 1. I could have minus attack for 1. Oh no. I've been waiting for them to draw this dismember for the longest time. They finally did it. I just totally forgot. I've been waiting for this for the longest time. Sorry. Wait, they draw a card with Seagate. It's kind of interesting. Plays land. If they drew land, it's over. They didn't draw land. World Breaker. Okay. So if I terminate and Riveteers Charm, they get back their World Breaker end of turn. So I guess it's fine. I can't cling it, there's a Chalice and 1 in play. But I just need to get the cards in my hand so I can try to ultimate Liliana next turn, obviously. Terminate, Riveteers Charm, Lisac, attack for 1. I can't make my opponent draw cards with Charm. It doesn't actually draw cards. It exiles the top 3 of my library. If you play 2 charms, you're gonna end up with 1 yard. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that line doesn't actually work like we thought it did. They're gonna draw another card with Seagate Wreckage. They're dead if they draw land, right? Attack for 1. No! No, not again! I missed it again! I can't! Oh no! I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't. Oh, okay, I mean, obviously they messed up, right? Wait, the World Breaker's not in their hand. Wait, hold on. When did they draw the card? When did they draw the card? When did they draw the card? They returned it immediately? Wait, why is it still in the graveyard? Oh, they discarded it to Lily. Oh, but I just didn't have to plus. Okay, well, that was like the most embarrassing game I've ever played. That's so embarrassing. The cleanest win of all time, yeah. That was a real brain scratcher though. I was struggling. Just take a deep breath, try to play the next one. That's all you can ever do. Don't really like push is only good against Thought-Knot Seer. And I have like lots of answers to Thought-Knot Seer. I'll play 1 bolt. Yeah, Void Mirror does seem pretty nice. Yeah, I'll just play 2 Maguses. Don't necessarily want the full 3. And you know, to be fair, like if my opponent didn't like my opponent shouldn't have World Breakered there. So like it just wasn't like very much on my radar that they would just like randomly World Breaker and lose the game. But obviously I should have been paying a little more attention. So obviously I don't want them to search up a land that taps for a color here, so so I think I'm pretty likely to... Oh, they just have a land that taps for a color. Well, shoot. Broken, huh? In my experience, these cycle lands are way better than Nurturing Peatland. I guess I could just discard these two to Spyro now. Inquisition is awful, you should remove it. Very classic, recognizing there's a bad card against Eldrazi-tron. I cut a lot of other bad cards against Eldrazi-tron, but you're not suggesting what card I should be playing instead. Very classic comment. Inquisition also like does have plenty of hits in this matchup, but it's so easy to say, to recognize that you have a bad card against Eldrazi-tron as a Jund deck and not say which of these cards you'd rather see me play. Alright, I have to take the Magus. I can Boseiju them off of Tron. They might also not have another land to get off of this, actually. Would have been better to Boseiju their Tron land last turn. Well, because they played a Forest on turn 2, I didn't think that they were going to have Tron this turn. Void Mirror seems kind of busted. They have a Forest in play. Forest lets them resolve spells. It doesn't counter colorless spells. It counters spells unless colored mana was spent to play them. And they'll just spend their colored mana from the Forest. In fact, Void Mirror is the entire reason they play, or the main reason they play Forest. I guess Boseiju is like the other reason. They tutored for Urza's Mine. I think I'll just go cast Ragavan, Boseiju the Mine. Yeah, they might have a waste. Antimatter with the $10. If you want to post a link in the chat, I'll take a look at your deck tech. You can't get waste off Boseiju? Oh, with a basic land type, I see. Yes, you can't. Modest, thank you for the daily raid. Appreciate you, Modest. Ooh, Karn. But at least they can only cast one spell turn. That's true, yeah. That's true. But I think I would rather just kind of discard it once they have the Forest. And I do think you slide this card in, because like if they can't find their Forest, and they do have a couple copies, but if they can't find it, it is almost just like 2 mana win the game. Although if they have Cavern of Souls, they also get through it. The upside is definitely there, though. You have ways to discard it, too. You have a Wormcoil Engine. Pretty good choice. Pretty good top deck. Maybe we'll hit, like, Thoughtseize. Wishful thinking, I guess. Yeah, I guess we just bolt the Ballista. They probably have a land from the Wormcoil. I kind of doubt they would have tutored without it. If we somehow get lucky and they don't have a land here, we're in great shape. Definitely a good couple series of draws at the top. You do have the land, not super surprising, but pretty disappointing. Has Jund ever beaten a Wormcoil before? No. Will we be the first ones to do it here? Maybe. Top decks are really cooperating with us. Not sure how badly I want to Magus this game. Smasher not doing too much to the 5/6 Goyfs. No attacks from my opponent. I am pretty interested in Wrenn and Six Boseijuing, so let's go. Let's go Wrenn. Seasoned Pyromancer, I think. Maybe I don't need to Seasoned Pyromancer this turn. I could. Oh, I don't have enough green to Boseiju. Yeah, we'll just turn them off of turn off the Magus plan, and then grab Boseiju. And I want to get a green land with this Mire. I only have one Stomping Ground, so I'll just, I guess, not cast the Ragavan. Probably get Overgrown Tomb. Boseiju and Engine's good. Yeah, I just couldn't channel the Boseiju this turn. So World Breaker? Smasher, okay. I'm not sure if I have good attacks, though. You know, the board's pretty stalled. Oh, wow, they think they've got good attacks. Play around Dismember, I guess, like this. I guess they're just YOLOing it, I guess. Kind of surprised that worked. Don't hate drawing the Thoughtseize. Wait, they didn't cast Dismember? Why didn't they cast Dismember? They could have dismembered my Goyf, right? They'll try him there. No, I think like our mana's pretty good. We'll just like we maybe want to cycle try him. Yeah, I'll just go and kill both their blockers. They tapped out for no reason. No, they had the Mind Stone. So if they go Karn Bridge, we get them. Karn Graveyard Hate. I guess yeah, a Karn Relic would be how they get us here. That hits us the GGs. So we lost last league, playing for 4-1. Maybe we can redeem ourselves here. I'll get a prediction going. And I think we'll get some more water too. Be right back. Match 5. 5-land Ragavan hand on the play. We also have a Boseiju. I think we have to mulligan. Hand's way better. I think I'm actually going to put back the Thoughtseize. It's kind of weird, but I'm just going to play Triumph on turn 1, and then Wrenn and Six on turn 2, get back my fetch lands. And I'm going to play a 3-drop on turn 3, so like I don't really have a good window to Thoughtseize. Gonna get Blood Crypt here, I think. If this is Living End, which it very well might be, Riveteers Charm does exile opponent's graveyard. Not Living Ends. I feel like our hand's pretty good against Misty Rainforest for an Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, Yawgmoth. We did lose to Yawgmoth earlier, though. But our hand's great. I'm feeling pretty good about our spot. I think they're not main decking Veil. What? They're courting for 0? Amazing. Endurance, court for 0 for Dryad Arbor. Love it. Whoa, the 2-pack for another deck tech. Beautiful play. Great play. Love it. And I don't get to get a card back by Wrenn and Six too. I don't like sacking Wall of Roots instead. I would like to redact my clap actually. I clapped a little too soon. They didn't stick the landing. It was a beautiful twirl. It was a beautiful leap into the air. They unfortunately were not able to stick the landing. They were not able to stick the landing. Alright, opponent's got no cards in their hand, no Planeswalker in play. Alright. Hand is gone. How did we sideboard last time? I remember not being like super happy with how I sideboarded, but I ended up initially not bringing in the Endurances. I brought in one Veil of Summer because they usually bring in some like Fatal Pushes, Thoughtseize, and just stop Grist minus. I got 2 Ragavans. And then on the draw, I was like, I think I might rather have 1 Liliana, 1 Ragavan. Oh, maybe I just want to play Turok instead of either. I think this is maybe this is what I did on the draw. Happy with main door, flex sideboard, could use some help. Okay. I would recommend cutting the Master Pyromancer, but this deck does look sick. At least cut 1, right? Unless I'm missing. This is a combo of some kind. This deck looks sick. I'm like super into it, to be honest. Unless there's a mega combo with Dementia, Master Pyromancer or something that I'm missing. Is it? Oh, it's Persist Creature, Master Pyromancer, Altar of Dementia. I think it's not super relevant. I do like Wrenn and Six against the Yawgmoth deck. I think I'll try this hand. Hope we draw 1 mana spell. Yeah, main deck looks kind of sick. Yeah. Don't have too many notes. I agree. Sideboard, you're right, is all over the place. I like the Veil of Summers a lot in a deck like this. I think Veil always does shine in these kind of combo-centric style strategies. I might play 4. 3 is probably a good number, but I might play 4. I would definitely cut the Undergrowth Champion. I would definitely cut the Prophet of Krufix. I would definitely cut the Acidic Slime. These are not cards I think you should have in any modern sideboard. I'll play Goyf this turn. Yeah, these are not cards I think you should have in any modern sideboard. I would really like to see maybe the full 4 copies of Endurance. Endurance kind of does double duty here, where you can just sometimes pitch it to get your Vengevines back, which is kind of cool. But I think I'd like to maybe see 4 Endurance. I'd also really like to see some number of Force of Vigor in this deck. So, I also think the Witness doesn't seem like a particularly good grindy card in this deck. Seems kind of mediocre, to be honest. I would probably be cutting the Witness, the Champion, the Toski, the Acidic Slime, the Prophet of Krufix for 2 more Eternal Witness, and then 3 or 4 Force of Vigor, assuming how my math is. Yeah, maybe you want to play more Altars main deck, but if you're just wanting feedback on the sideboard, that's my feedback. How do I like the new cap cards? This is really my first day playing with them, and I've only really played with these so far, but I'm excited. This is always my favorite time of the year, you know. The season. Tribute Mage Defense Altar, that's maybe good. I'm not sure how in on this combo you need to be, though. It's a pretty disruptible, dubious combo. Like, Altar's mostly there just to mill yourself, right? So you can maybe play more copies just for that. I guess I need to main phase this. Don't Veil Summer me, please. I'm just a little Riveteers Charm caster. So reset the Young Wolf, sacking Dryad Arbor, and floating a mana off Wall of Roots first. -1 counter on the Tarmogoyf. Is there a potential for Agent in a Crabvine deck? It brings back Vigilance by itself. I mean, we just saw that Decklist was doing exactly that. There is some potential, yeah, but you know, you have to have more than just that idea to really flesh out, you know, what you're doing. Small car with the 2 gifted subs. Thank you. No Veil of Summer. Only an 0-1 lowly Tarmogoyf. If you push your league in chat, small card, you can get it going. Yeah, I do think Ledger Shredder is good with Bobble. I have a brew with Ledger Shredder and Bobble, or at least a draft of a brew that we'll be playing at some point. Grist. Grist is pretty good. They have 5 cards in their hand too, which is also pretty good. Let's see what we draw. I mean, I could obviously use the Charm to kill this. I think it's probably better to get on the board a little bit harder and maybe get lucky and get 2 really relevant cards out of my opponent's hand with the Turok trigger. Discard Boseiju and Young Wolf. Yeah, 2 pretty irrelevant cards. Okay, so Young Wolf, Hierarch sack Young Wolf, kill Turok. Now I can Lightning Bolt Grist to kill it if I need to. Take 3. Seems like they're maybe a bit flooded. Let's, I suppose, confirm or deny with a Thoughtseize. A Thoughteize that does grow the Goyf into a mighty 1/2. Never mind. Thoughtseize, the Goyf is dying. Oh, they targeted the me and not. Oh no! No! You're kidding. What a joke. Oh my gosh, what a joke. This is a 2/3 now. I can kill the Baloth. I think I'm just gonna take it, draw 3, try to come back. What a blowout, though. Yeah, why couldn't that have been Inquisition, huh? Okay. Not very good hits. Three power creature. I can go. Let's go to game 3. Dead. Thank you, Lavamancer, for 3 months. Game 3, very dramatic. Get to be on the play for game 3, which is definitely a really big deal. On the play, I am actually interested in some copies of Ragavan. Do something like this. Deck Tech Awakening. Yeah, can you post it into where a way I can click on it? But yeah, I can get going on that. Yawgmoth is super weak to Moon. Yawgmoth is not super weak to Moon. They have a pile of mana dorks. They also have the ability to fetch a lot of basics. My deck is I have Magus to the Moon as a like 3 mana win the game button against Titan. My deck is more weak to Blood Moon than them. I'm just playing it as a it's good enough against Titan that we're playing it despite it hurting me a lot. But Titan is not that weak to Moon. They can fetch basics pretty easy. They have a lot of mana dorks. I think I'm taking Grist. Yeah, they run it in the sideboard, yeah, a lot of times. Eldrazi and Taxes. Yep, it's a Pioneer deck. Okay, we need to have an intervention, chat. You should not put Thoughtseer, Reality Smasher. You should not put Eldrazi in your Pioneer decks. Without Eldrazi Temple, it is my opinion that there is like really no... There is really like no huge benefit to putting an Eldrazi in your Pioneer deck. These cards have no payoff at all without access to Eldrazi Temple. You don't have access to Eldrazi Temple. Why do you keep doing this? Like Thoughtseer is just not that good for 4 mana. It's not maybe at one time in history it was maybe okay for that rate. It's not not 2014 anymore. I feel pretty strongly you should just maybe you could play Eldrazi Displacer. That card's okay, but I think Thoughtseer for 4 mana is not Pioneer power level. Cycling Gentrium. Fairly costed threats aren't good. Yeah, they're not. You should be playing aggressively costed threats. You can probably just afford to tick this up and pass. Would I say it's better with Wasteland Strangle? Yeah, Wasteland Strangler probably makes it a little bit better. I really just don't think it's a good way to build your deck in general, but you can endurance me. That being said, I do think that there is room in Pioneer for a white weenie deck. Archon of Emeria is very good. I think that card should probably be a 4 of in this list. Dahlia of Garden Fraven, you have that as a 4 of. Good, good. I do think the issue is the lack of good 1-drops. You have good 3-Raven Inspector. You don't really have anything else. Then March of Otherworldly Light is also not a card you're that often happy casting on turn 1. And I guess I'm not necessarily offering a solution, but I do kind of recognize this is probably an issue in this deck's construction. Oh, the 2-mana 1/1 that puts a counter on a card every turn. I like that card a lot. That card's a way to get some pressure in play without having to play these Eldrazi. Yeah, I like that card. I would be playing 4 of those. Yeah, Luminarch Aspirant. It is kind of fragile to shocks and stuff, but I still like it. I would probably play, maybe I would play 4 Spellbinder. I've been actually pretty impressed by Spellbinder and Pioneer. Maybe not. Yeah, I don't think there's too many good 1-mana 2/1s. You can maybe play like a copy of Kythian, and it won't be very good, I guess, either. I think I wouldn't play Farewell. I think Farewell's really ambitious. I do like David Mindcensors for the Lotus Field matchup. That seems like a lot of ley lines, though. I like the Rest in Peace. Okay, I'll play 1 more land, but I'll hold the rest of them to Rimblum soon. Does my opponent have Cord? Looks like they have Cord with this pause. No casting it if they do have it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what these ley lines are doing here, to be honest. And maybe you want to play Deafening Silence over Avid Mindcensor. Deafening Silence is also good against Phoenix. It's good against Phoenix and Lotus Field. The Dryad Militant might actually be a decent 1-drop, right? Okay, my opponent's at 18. I have 6 lands in my hand. Just bolt, 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 bolt. Oh, Tomic. Sorry, yeah. You need to play like 3 Tomics. Tomic is really good. You should play Tomic too. Yeah, I know I'm just kind of throwing a lot of cards at you, but I would just cut the Eldrazi, play good white cards. You'll be good to go. Classic meme. All right, 4-1 that league. We are gonna run it back with some slight changes to the sideboard though. But 3-2 into 4-1, feeling pretty good. We open Strixhaven Pack, Misty Rainforest, Restoration Angel, Culling Ritual. So I wanted to cut the Culling Ritual number 2 and 2 Magus of the Moons, and I wanted to play 4 Charms a lot. Charm has been really good. Charm is I've been like pretty impressed by Charm every single time. Or almost every time. We had maybe like one time it was not great.